Hey guys, welcome to another All That Film Review. Today we're going to be reviewing Child's Play 2019, directed by Lars Klefberg. We're joined by Josh today.
Hi.
Say hi to the people, Josh.
Come on. All right. What's up, everybody?
All right, Josh. So what's your first impression on Child's Play 2019, which you saw the other day?
Generally speaking, it's a terrible movie. The plot is really bad. It's not exciting at all. It's barely engaging. That being said, Aubrey Plaza is in the movie. Objectively the best actress in history. So it's still fun for that reason. But it's pretty bad.
What do you think of the smaller characters, like the background characters like Pug and specifically Detective Mike in the movie, Josh?
Detective Mike is a legend. We should have mentioned Detective Mike first. He's a really fun character. Brian Tyree Henry, I think, gives a pretty good performance. The scenes with him and his mom are pretty fun to watch. They're pretty funny. He's a good comedic relief. I wasn't impressed by the rest of the small characters. The kids in the movie I thought were okay. The boyfriend, what was the name of the movie? Shane, yeah. I didn't think his character was that good or important.
My thing about Shane was he just looked too old to be a boyfriend of Aubrey's character.
No, I have
Karen.
I have a theory about this. So this is the first movie ever in which Aubrey Plaza has played a mom.
This is true.
Yeah, and I think that the reason they gave her an older boyfriend is because they were trying to legitimize her age.
Okay,
make it seem like she could have had a kid as old as the kid in the movie, because she's still pretty young, and that kid's not. I mean, how old is he? Do you think he's supposed to be in the movie?
Yeah,
they don't actually say in the movie how old he is. Yeah, but he's probably supposed to be 12 or something. So I think they gave her an older looking boyfriend for that reason. But I think it's really weird. It's part of the reason I don't think the characters are that good, because it seems out of place. They don't really explain it. It's really strange. And they hint at some tragic backstory with her former husband.
Sure.
The kid's dad, but that's never explained or probed at all. So it's kind of a wasted backstory, I think.
I'll tell you what, I agree with everything you just said. I think my biggest problem with the movie was how awful they made Chucky look. Some of the jokes just didn't land. The budget was $10 million. I'm really glad it was really low budget because the movie just didn't look good whatsoever. I agree with you on Aubrey. I think she was definitely the bright spot in the movie. Mark Hamill just doing voice acting was okay. But I agree with you. All the smaller background actors were nothing special.
Speaking of, actually, I thought they didn't really take advantage of the fact that Mark Hamill was doing the voice. I forgot it was him. I mean, you can't tell at all. It could have been.
Right.
It could have been anyone. I don't know why they made it Mark Hamill and then didn't do anything distinctive or interesting with the voice.
I think they kind of made Chucky look more cute than they did scary. Some of the mouth movements they did with him in the movie just didn't really look good whatsoever. As a horror fanatic, it just didn't hit anywhere. It was more of it was like a laugh at horror more than a actually go get, anxiety driven and, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And I understand what they were trying to do with Chucky in this movie, where it's like an AI gone wrong, but that already feels so overdone. And the fact that it's a small toy, the fact that it's not actually anything supernatural or anything that's scary, and it's a toy, yeah, it just doesn't land. I didn't feel like there was ever a tense moment. I mean, at the end of the movie, I wouldn't say it's tense. It's just kind of violent.
Wraps up violently, yeah.
Yeah, there's some gore, and then it's just over. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of how they started the movie, where they just kind of threw this guy he was pissed at his bosses or his company or whatever. Decided to make a robot toy gone wrong, and all of a sudden this toy can control every other buddy toy ever.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really make sense. But personally, I'm going to give Chucky a 5.5 out of 10.
That's generous in my opinion. I would give it no higher than a 3 out of 10.
Fair enough. I just, personally, the reason I gave it a 5 is because I thought obviously I thought Aubrey was a bright spot and the kids were okay. I'm usually pretty generous towards horror movies. The budget was really low. That's kind of why I'm giving it a little bit slack, but I understand where you're coming with the 3 out of 10. Yeah, that's our thoughts on the new 2019 Child's Play. Hope you guys enjoyed.